Steve Herman is the White House Bureau Chief for the Voice of America. He joins me now in the studio with more. Thanks for your time, Steve.
My pleasure.
Now, things are rolling on as expected. It looks like the Democrats are set to impeach the president. But at this point, after listening to the hearings, where do you think this might go in the Senate?
Well, there's almost no chance, based on the current reading of the senators, that the president is going to be removed from office because, of course, the Republicans are firmly in control of the upper chamber of the U.S. Congress. So, and it really seems hard to imagine something that would emerge that we haven't heard already that would change the minds of 20 or more Republican senators.
The Democrats have come from a place of saying that this is an abuse of power. Republicans are saying that there's malpractice at play here. What's your take on all of this?
Well, we are seeing two very divergent realities based on the same sets of evidence. Of course, the Democrats are saying that there is absolutely a slam dunk case here, that the president abused the power of his office and then was engaged in obstruction of justice to not let Congress properly investigate this. And of course, as you've heard from the Republicans for many days and weeks now, they believe, as the president says, that this is just a witch hunt. The president, earlier this evening, when he left for that rally in Pennsylvania, I was out on the south lawn of the White House and heard him say that this is an attempt by the Democrats to overturn the election of 2016 and to prevent him from being reelected next year in 2020.
And do you think there's something to that? I mean, Pelosi was a little wary about moving forward on impeachment, but now it seems it's full throttle going ahead. Is this purely a case of the president has done wrong here and we need to impeach him, or do you think that there is partisan politics at play?
Well, there are some Democrats even that are a little bit nervous about this in the House. They're in vulnerable districts, and they're thinking perhaps we should go for some sort of censure instead of impeachment. But the momentum really seems behind impeachment, something that Nancy Pelosi originally was reluctant to venture into. But after not only the phone call with Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, but then I was standing out there on the South Lawn that day when the president basically said directly to both Kiev and Beijing, if you've got some dirt on my political opponent, dish it up. So they feel that this is a slam dunk case and has to be acted on.
Lindsey Graham once said that he thought that if there was proof that Trump was using these funds, withholding these funds to try and get what he wanted from Ukraine, then he might be swayed to try and remove the president from office. Now he's saying a very different thing. What is that shift there? Because there is a fair bit of evidence suggesting that that's what he was doing.
Well, this is the Democrats' point, that there's been these moving goalposts with the Republicans, and no matter what emerges, the Republicans always reply that, well, it isn't really enough. And of course, the argument among Republicans has been, well, you know, maybe Trump was deliberately holding up the funds, but the funds were eventually released, so there was no crime. The Democrats are not buying that at all.
Okay. All right. We'll have to see where it goes next. Thanks very much. Appreciate
Sure.
it, Steve. Steve Herman there for us, Voice of America.